This week on Geats.
私に内緒でこんなに GPS 仕込むなんて異常でしょ。
It's the slap heard around the world, with Neon-chan finally getting some character development at the cost of someone else's death flag. It's time for this week's Geats. Seeing how far he can keep edging the game, Keiwa continues recording his vlogs, but as it turns out, they are made for his sister if something were to happen to him. He goes from documenter to stalker, peeping in on Neon calling her mom, who's planted some tracking devices all over her. Mom really just gotta leave old girl alone. She's got the zombitis hitting her. It's affecting her so much that that's when Keiwa jumps in to save the day. But wait, Mary's got a little plan. BDSM is on the menu, but it appears to be short-lived when cooties walk in, since it's supposed to be some sort of twisted joke. But that's the kind of bait Keiwa just falls right for, taking the point loss. See, Kanado's ready to just get ended, but Ace explains that he's not worth any points until he goes full zombie. But when you go full zombie, you're worth way more points. It appears that the zombie's curse seems to be a little too much for Neon. Wanting nothing but to leave her home, the zombitis got her wanting to go right back. So, all this happens between the rounds and yeah, this is a long ass break. They have time for all this self-reflection as well as going back for some drinks. Debating the nature of the game once again, Keiwa still feels a bit salty about the prospects of the game, though everything should be gravy as long as the Kamen Riders are there to beat the Jamato and reset the stage the way it was. Meanwhile, the break is so long they just get told to take their asses back home to wait. But Neon doesn't really want to go back home, but is found almost immediately with the Find My Daughter app. Finding all the trackers placed, she takes it to Mom's, only to get dealt with the rawest slap of the year. Wait, when was the Gifusi slap? Rank the slaps. This could be a thing. Why is Mom so protective? It turns out that Nan got kidnapped and held for ransom when she was small. But a little distraction like that is not going to stop her from running away again. And that's when the zombitis strikes again. Like a good stalker, Keiwa is here to catch her again. Ace is here as well. He's just waiting for the zombitis to fully take over so he can get those extra points. Lies are absolutely being detected. We now get 1 minute 2 seconds of Neon exposition at the same angle. She's accepted that she's lost the game and gives the others a boost of encouragement. Speaking of boost, welp, Keiwa hands her his boost, since he's never gonna use it at this rate. Looking forward to him getting it again next week, only for someone else to use it. It's finally time for the third and final wave, with Geats and Tycoon making flashy entrances and Buffa showcasing off that he's got Magnum. Mary, on the other hand, finds himself some civilians that he's totally not gonna lead the Jamato to just to pretend to save them. Well, it turns out Karma's a bitch, as doing so nets Staphon taking a bite out of him, revealing that he's made a deal with Buffa. That's why he's got the Magnum buckle, since he knew he wasn't gonna win the game at this rate. He now just wants to screw people over. We now get the flashiest intro by... Wait, that's not Neon. Someone practiced whack-a-mole during that long-ass break, since Nago out here beating heads like she's trying to speed run her some points. And that's precisely what she's doing. Pulling out boost power, she takes down enemies like it's Gravity Rush on drugs. Just when you think she's got this, the zombitis strikes. The Zombusi also hitting Dapon extra hard as well. But for Nago, there's still time. So what's good guy Ace gonna do? Hold down the enemies for our speedrunner just to get the point blowout. We now see someone else besides Ace get so far up their ass that... Wait a moment, Toei's police aren't gonna let you see that. Showing that boost on top actually amplifies the effects of the armor buckles, it's full-on hammer time now. Finishing things off in a slew of explosions, the game finally ends and takes the Zombusi with it. Time for the rankings, and who could have guessed it? But, pretend to be shocked with me here. Daphan loses. Just because he lost points by attacking Mary. Guess he should have avoided being sneaky from the outset, but yes, it's elimination for our new gen Michi, who didn't overstay his welcome. As the game ends, Neon returns home, this time to catch hands. And the mysterious mask guy of the DGP is either a different guy or got a higher budget for his mask. Or he's got booze power. Rating time! Finally, the ending of the Monster of the Tweak arc involving zombies. With the obvious death flags being obvious, Kanado now joins the rest of the disqualified in wherever the hell location they are being taken to. Nan gets some fresh resolve and Mary continues to be a little shady. This episode is getting a B. As mentioned last week, it's kind of early to tell when it comes to Geats. However, it does feel like we are approaching the end of this game much faster than anticipated, since we've lost another player already, but this could all change depending on how the next round goes. Intro change, anyone? Though last week focused a lot on Mr. Can't Play Basketball No More, it's nice to see him get his just desserts right away, which is great, because I don't think I could tolerate this guy for much longer than I needed to. Though, he let his worldview of wanting everyone to die take the better of him, since due to his consistent attack on others, he lost enough points to end up in last place. He played himself. But had Nago not gone through that zombie speedrun this round, she would have quickly just been in last place yet again. Also, because of him losing, we see what happens to disqualified players. Kinda. Since they disappeared just like Old Man Takahito in episode 2 and Kyoryu Blue did in episode 1. So there's no bodies to really be found in this scenario. We also now finally know why Neon is so protected at home. She got snatched up as a kid, so of course that's gonna make her parents overly cautious regarding the matter. But the girl didn't deserve that slap. She's essentially treated as a doll in her mom's house. But it seems that getting a newfound sense of being and restored faith in having a shot at winning the game is giving her the confidence she needs to take on her mom. So, is this character trope for her also over? Remains to be seen. But it looks like a lot of the fundamentals for who these characters are getting resolved rather quickly. Mary, on the other hand, continues to be shady. Coming off as a team player at first, he's got some other stuff planned out. When they mentioned the wish being granted, this man instantly gravitated towards money, which lets you in on just how greedy this guy actually is. He purposely let zombies in towards human just to get a higher point score for saving them. It's kind of fucked up. This guy knows how to be underhanded and everyone is just underestimating him. Also, we've got the whole component of whoever the mask guy is at the end of the DGP having a new look if it is the same guy. Though it kind of reminds me of when the writers themselves end up getting a buckle attached to it, how the bottom of their mask gains that new chin plate. So, is this guy rocking a modified Desire Driver? Who really knows at this point? Next week, it does look like we're getting a curveball thrown at us with a new player, but this pacing sure is something. So, what did you think about this week's Geats? Boost slaps, dead pandas, Ace just being a good guy, and what is Mary up to? Anyway, that's it for me. Open your cheeks for the next Geats, and I will catch you all next time. Bye.